guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yazz'n and you're watching Yazz'n It Up. In today's video, I have an update for my project pan. I started this in May and this will be ending in August, so a 4-month project. I did decide to add in a few items which I will be sharing with you guys, and I will also be showing you which items I already finished. So if you guys haven't seen the intro, you should go ahead and watch that first. But without further ado, I'll be letting you know which items I finished and which items I will be adding in, and just show you guys the progress that I have so far. So in the beginning, I picked 8 items that I wanted to either hit pan on or completely finish up. So the first item I have here, I was able to finish completely. This was a highlighter from Urban Decay and it was in the shade Sin. So I do have a picture I will be showing you guys of what it looked like when I first started. And here is where we're at, completely used up a whole bunch of pan. I'm so excited. I actually finished one of these up a long time ago and I was able to get another sample of it, and as you can see, I was able to finish up the second sample that I got as well. A very beautiful highlighter. So I'm super excited that this one is out of my collection because honestly I have a lot of highlighters. So this is completely used up. Next item that I was able to hit my goal on was this powder. So this is the Beauty Benefits Hollywood Press Powder. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of what it looked like in the beginning. And my goal on this was to split this pan in half. So I feel like I pretty much did that. Like I wanted to use half of the product. So I'm saying that this is completely done with regarding the goal that I wanted to reach, because I feel like I definitely used at least half of it. Like this is a pretty good amount of pan. And I did have a little pan to start with, but this is like a lot of progress. So my goal is completed on this. I was super satisfied with it. So I actually added in another item to replace this. So basically with this, I used it to set my eyelid primer. Like if I would put concealer before I did my eyeshadow, I would set it with this, or to clean up my bronzer and my contour on my cheek. So the item that I picked to replace this is the Wet n Wild Single, and this is in the shade Creme Brulee. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of what it looked like when I first started. And here's what it is looking like now. So I added this, I want to say towards the end of May, and I already started getting a lot of progress on it. As you can see, I have a little bit of product in the corners. I got a lot of side pan going on. So my goal is to use this completely up, and I have the remaining 2 months to do that. But like I said, I use this to set my eyelid primer, and I think I'll be able to achieve that goal. You can actually get both of these items at the Dollar Tree, which is where I got them. So I would rather pay $1 for this size than $1 for this size. I mean, as you can see, it's a very significant difference in size, and I use it to do the same purpose. So why would I pay $1 to get this much product when I can get this much product? So I'm going to use this guy completely up, and then I'll still have this guy to set my eyelid primer with. I added one hair care item into this project, and this is the Lusty Olive Oil Detangling Spray. And I feel like when I first started, I definitely missed the mark when I was marking this originally. So this is the original mark, if you guys can see that Sharpie line, and this is where I'm at now. I had already marked it. There's no way in the 2 months that I use this much up, because I feel like, well, like every time I wash my hair and I go to spray this, like I feel like I'm not using that much. So either I'm using more than I think, or when I originally started this is not where I actually started. So you know, I'm just gonna give myself a pat on the back because I was able to use this much. Like I held it up to the light, and this is how much product I have left. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this within the next 2 months, especially summer coming around. Like it's gonna be hotter, so we're gonna be at the pool more, so I'll always be washing my hair. So I think because of that reason, I'll be able to use this up, because after I wash my hair, I always go in with this. Not that I see a huge difference in the detangling aspect of it, but I do use this every time I wash my hair. So hopefully this will be done by the end of the project. One item that actually took me longer than I was expecting is my duo. So this originally was in my previous project pan, and I actually finished the blush, but I still had a little bit of the bronzer left. But now I completely use both of these up, and I honestly thought I would take like maybe a couple of weeks to finish the bronzer, but it literally took me like a month and a half to finish this. I'm just glad that it's out of my collection. I use this as eyeshadow, and I use it obviously as a bronzer, but it was a really good blush and bronzer duo. But I have more blushes and bronzers in my collection, so I'm very satisfied to be putting this in my empties bin and to have completely finished this up. I did add in a skincare item into this project. This was the Global Beauty Care. This is a cucumber mask. So this line is where I originally started, and I have been using this mask pretty often. I'd say every time I do a mask that's not a sheet mask, I always use this one. And I use about halfway. I'm about halfway through the bottle now. So hopefully within the 2 months, I'll be able to complete the rest of this. It does take a lot of product in order to use this, but it's super cooling and satisfying, and it makes my skin super smooth. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this by the end of August. I have a ginormous Bath & Body Works collection, so I'm slowly entering those into my projects. So one that I entered in was this Wild Honeysuckle. This was a Ultra Shea body cream, and as you guys can see, I cut this guy in half. So this is where I originally started. Hold on. So this is how the bottle comes, and as you can see, I had this much product left, but I used it all. I had to cut it open, and I was scooping my hand in, and it smells so good. I absolutely love Wild Honeysuckle. So this item I completely used up, and to pair with it, I brought in the Wild Honeysuckle, the fragrance mist, but I was not able to finish this yet, so I still have a little bit of this to go. But as you can see, this was my beginning line right here, and I just have literally like an inch of perfume left that I need to use. So I've been spraying this to go to work. I spray it on myself before I go to bed, and I just love. Oh my god, this smells so good. This just reminds me of like summertime, and ooh, it just smells delicious. I absolutely love this, but this was the oldest spray I had in my collection, which is why I wanted to add it into my project. So I'm definitely going to be able to finish this probably in the next couple weeks. So I'm very excited to get one out of my collection, because I have like 10 to 15 more of these sprays that I really need to start getting through. But I am adding into my project some more Bath & Body Works. So this is the Sparkling Limoncello Body Lotion. And lately at night, I have not been doing my usual routine. Usually after I take a shower, I spray myself with some perfume or that body spray like I've been doing, and I put lotion on my hands, my arms, like I just lather myself in lotion. But I haven't been doing that lately, so I feel like if I add this into my project, it'll motivate me to use this up and, you know, do my usual routine. So this is where I'm at the moment, and I absolutely love this. It just smells like lemon. It's nice and fresh and clean, which is why I love it for the nighttime, just to lather my body in. But I have another body butter actually from Bath & Body Works that smells like cozy nighttime to me, so I want to use that, but I want to finish this up before I open that other guy up. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this up, and I definitely think I'll be able to achieve this goal. I have a couple months just to finish this much left, but considering I'm going to be lathering my entire body in this, I feel like I'll be okay. Another Bath & Body Works item that I decided to add into this project is a candle. Now this one I actually already started burning. So I started burning this, I want to say like last year. Like I've had this for a while. This is the Paris Cafe candle, and it just smells like sweet coffee, and I am a coffee drinker. I love coffee, but this is so strong, which may be good, but it's not good for my room. So like my room is not as large, but this is so strong. Like it really has a great scent throw. So this would be wonderful if I burned it in the kitchen or in the living room, but my sister doesn't like candles and she doesn't like the smell of coffee. So I always have to burn this in my room. And when I'm in my room, I'm in here for like 20 minutes or half an hour at most. Like I'm not in here for hours, so I don't have a candle burning for hours. So that's why I decided to enter this into the project pan. So as you can see, I want to say I'm more than halfway done with this candle, but I really want to get this guy out of my collection because I've been burning this for at least a year and I'm only halfway done. So I want to be able to finish this guy completely up by the end of August. Last but not least, the thing I am most excited about is this right here. This is the Villains Cast a Spell Beauty Book. This is actually my Pan That palette that I'm currently working on, and I decided to add in an eyeshadow for this project, but I also decided to enter in another shade. So this is the picture of the eyeshadow that I picked when I first started. As you can see, it's completely full. It is in the shade Cauldron, and this is what it's looking like right now. As you can see, there is a bunch of pan, and I probably have just a little bit of product. Like it literally looks like a crescent. So much side pan. I am so excited. I have been using that shade in my crease every single day, so that's how I was able to use this up so fast. I knew that these shades were going to be going by quick because they're very powdery, and when it's very powdery and has a lot of kickback, you tend to hit pan faster. It's just not pressed as firmly as it should be because it's so loose, which is why you have that much kickback. So that's that's why I was able to use that so quick. But I have a bunch of eyeshadow still left. I mean, I have a whole side, like half of it, so I know I'm going to be able to finish this up because I absolutely love the shade. Super neutral, perfect for the crease, and I absolutely love it. So that is my progress on that shade, but I actually decided to add in the bronzer that was in here. So if you guys have seen on my Instagram, I did show a whole picture of this entire palette, so I'm going to show you guys a picture of what the bronzer looks like now when I first started. I did have a little bit of pan, if you remember from the introduction. I did have just the tiniest little speck, but I've been using this just about every day when I do wear bronzer. And as you can see, I even hit some major pan. So I entered this towards the end of May, and that's the progress that I've made so far. I tend to keep using this bronzer every day when I do want to wear bronzer. My goal is just to do half of the pan, so just split half of the pan in half and be able to use all that up. That way I still have a little bit of bronzer left over when I am working on this palette, considering it is my Pan That palette for this year. But I'm super excited about the progress that I made on the eyeshadow and the progress that I made in the bronzer. So now I've had a total of 12 items into this project. Because this is the halfway mark update, I will not be doing another update. The next one that you will be seeing is the finale video. So hopefully I'll be able to reach all of my goals, and I was able to accomplish and finish up some of my items that I wasn't expecting to. Like the progress I made on the hair detangler is pretty shocking to me, and I honestly didn't expect to reach my goal in the pressed powder as well. So I'm just so glad I was able to use up some of those items and to add some more in. So hopefully by the end of August I'll be able to complete all 12 of these items. And I love doing project pans. They help me to use all of my makeup and all of my skincare and just my beauty care stuff. That way I'm not just using only the new stuff I'm getting in. I'm giving love to some of the older stuff in my collection. So if you guys want to see more project pan videos, I do have a whole playlist on my channel that I can go ahead and link in the eyes for you guys if you guys want to binge watch some of those. If you guys aren't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would join the family. It's the red button down below, and there's a little bell that you can click on to get notified when I upload new videos. My social media is always listed down below for you guys. I have 2 Instagrams and my Snapchat that you guys can go add and follow me. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.